Henry County poem. This is actually dedicated to my friend Lance Moore from Bethlehem. He left us. It's a Newcastle poem, but he was definitely like a Bethlehem, Pleasureville kind of guy, right? It's called Walking Home Weird. My sometimes makes the walk home even weirder anymore, depending on the weather. I've never been arrested, but have seen the inside of a squad car a few times. Stomped out watermelons in private vegetable gardens. Struck a payphone 1,000 times with the receiver. Girls would drive me to madness sometimes. I don't want to drop names on his lawyer Perry. Stole a jam box from the church, but never got caught. My auntie's state-issued ID was flimsy from all the breaking in she used to do. But she's not worn an ankle monitor for a long time now. We're proud of her for that. Spike had a cast on his left leg. It had been unraveling for years, 25 or 50 years. To cut it off felt untoward, like reading work instructions from the marquee to side, or beating seeds free. He was a proper monster hobbling around our small town. I don't trust that a downward spiral will eventually unfurl itself without intervention. Not anymore. I tend to fail in upward stabbing motions. Spike's sloughing skin was the color of his feral beard. His feral beard was the color of his violent hair. His violent hair was the color of a busy ashtray that had been dumped but not yet wiped clean. None of my monsters ever had any use for surnames, save for Michelle Bell. Spike's house was dark at all hours. Inside, cockroaches mourned the excitement that once came with light switches. Outside the yard looked like where the carnival slept at night. My sometimes lips sometimes feels like it might be getting worse. Oh, to evolve as flora evolves. To be embellished and botanic with dyes or grass stains or deep gouges in the skin from piles of wayward gravel in the practice field. To be eunuch by a goddamn fountain pen. I wish I had taken better notes. Spike would linger around the woods between his house and the grade school playground, looking for some civil twilight. Where he'd stand under the streetlight and kept shooting out with his rifle, swaying on the darkest stretch of sidewalk in the entire county and glaring at teenagers practicing leash aggression from passing cars. Spike had a severe gaze that silence invented. I'd stare at that Henry County sky, the call of all that void, the supersonic jet stream out of there, and count all the celestial things that had disappointed me. Even after all this time and healing, I still have trouble maintaining eye contact. My sometimes lip sometimes carries the fragrance of nostalgia with it. I think on the haints and the saints of last year. And I think maybe I was the end. The last of the fire kids in Henry County to make it out west. I think maybe Spike wasn't a monster, but simply one of them witness trees. Watching parts of us kids change colors like leaves. Watching parts of us kids evolve like flora.